Hi everyone, welcome to another exciting installment of things I have to say that should be obvious but aren't because we live in a dystopian hellscape of a world. Today I'm going to be talking about how I cured my anxiety, depression, irritable bowel disease, cancer, and crotch rot by using some fake doctor's fake drugs from his fake account. If that sounds like a cynical appraisal of the realities of social media in the year 2022 to you, imagine how I feel. This video isn't just popping out some vortex from an alternate dimension. I didn't just imagine that I can't go 5 minutes without someone recommending microdosing or some herbal remedy as a cure-all. This is what I'm doing in response to the fact that I see this type of nonsense on an almost hourly basis, and a lot of people have obviously fallen for it. So I'm going to start off by addressing the fact that I did an entire video on how the wellness industry is a scam that has built their entire reputation on being the less greedy and safer alternative to Big Pharma, despite the fact that they collectively outsell the pharmaceutical industry 4 times over every single year, and they have virtually no regulation or safety oversight whatsoever. And now you know that video exists, so I absolutely won't have to reference it ever again. Anyways, back to repeating myself. The wellness industry, of which these scammers are indeed a part of, specializes in targeting folks with chronic conditions. The reasons and wherefores are obvious as hell. You have a chronic condition. A lot of chronic conditions are remarkably unpleasant, if not outright debilitating. And people who live with them long term tend to get depressed and desperate for a fix. Into this comes the snake oil salesman. As you might have guessed already, this video isn't just about shrooms. That's where I'm gonna start because in mental health pages, fake accounts suggesting that you microdose with a steady supply from some foreign TikToker are about as common as sand on a beach. To do this subject any justice, I'm gonna have to talk about the science behind microdosing. And I'm gonna piss some people off here because what little science there is states something in a very clear and definitive way. And that is that they don't actually know if it has any real lasting benefits. More importantly than that, though, is that you should be doing it under the direct supervision of a therapist. I know. Doctors are just a bunch of people trying to push pills for big pharma, blah, 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 blah. But the reason why a competent professional with years of dedicated education is likely to recommend something which has been not only tested for efficacy in double-blind studies, but also strictly regulated to make sure that you're getting something which is safe for you to even be in the same room with is, well, I actually just gave away the answer, didn't I? Because I probably should put a spoiler alert there when I go to edit this. Hope that isn't one of those things that just slips my mind. I would like to say I don't mean to be condescending here, but I'm nothing if not honest. I would like to say that right there is a difference between myself and the scumbag selling miracle cures all over the internet. And that is part of it. The thing is, I'm not asking you to trust me over them. I'm suggesting that maybe you should place more trust in those who are legally obligated to have your best medical interest in mind and will face profound professional, financial, and possibly even legal consequences if the words, "this will cure your herpetitis," ever comes out of their mouths in any unironic context. It's usually at this point that someone comes along and accuses me of being a shill for the pharmaceutical industry because one bedroom apartments in Indiana positively scream big pharma money. But if you watch my videos, you'll notice one thing above all else. I have absolutely no issues explaining in gory detail how modern medicine fails people in a spectacular fashion every single day. Actually, I already covered that in another video, which I said I wasn't going to have to reference again, but I'm going to link to it below. You don't fix one issue by creating another, though. And I hope that one day we live in a world where we can recognize that fake accounts stalking comment sections full of desperate people in an attempt to sell them something that probably isn't even what they say it is in the first place is an objectively bad thing. The fact that over-the-counter supplements from million-dollar companies frequently don't contain what they claim on the label is not a new concept. There have been plenty of exposés done on that specific issue dating back decades now, and detailing how those companies skirt around FDA regulations to bring you things which you probably wouldn't need even if they were being honest about what it was they were actually selling. At the very least, though, you do have legal avenues to follow if they sell you something objectively harmful. If some rat poison finds its way into your penis enlargement pills or your debit card info gets stolen, there is a company name printed somewhere on that bottle which is going to point a future lawsuit in its proper direction. The same can't be said for fake social media accounts originating beyond international borders. They're virtually impossible to track down, and even if you did, the cost of filing an international lawsuit is beyond the financial means of most people. When you do the math and find that the potential gains of something far outweigh the risks, You're doing something there which is perfectly normal, something we all do. It's something that's more or less essential to attaining anything worth having in life. But this is a version of that same math where your own desperation is a variable, and humans don't always make the best decisions when they feel like someone or something is backing them into a corner. The point of this video was in the title. There are some issues which can be fixed and some which can't, but the people who prey on desperation are issues unto themselves. In a scummy world where everyone is out for themselves, they occupy a very special place in the scummy depths of predatory behavior. And it's my hope that I've articulated well enough here why you should never give these people the time of day, let alone your credit card info. So that's all for this week's harrowing journey into things that shouldn't even be issues, but for some reason are. I hope we all learned something valuable here today, and if I haven't completely alienated you from my channel, please hit that subscribe button so I can try to do so again later. Until next time.